Hello and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. We're going to talk about the 5L1 networks that are most likely to flippen ETH in the next bull run or anytime soon. Now, a disclaimer, I don't think ETH is going to get flipping anytime soon. I think it will retain its number 2 status. But these, I think, are the 5 most likely. The most likely, I've been convinced, is actually BNB. Now, I used to not think this because I was like, oh, BNB centralized, they'll never go for that. But as we found out after the merge happened, no one really cares about decentralization or centralization until it affects them. And I don't really see that happening. BNB has outperformed both BTC and ETH in the bear market, being at almost 50% of its max value, whereas ETH is less than 33% and Bitcoin's less than 33% as well. In fact, it's reached an all-time high ratio against both BTC and ETH. So that is something to think about right there. And CZ, I think, is expanding way more than Ethereum. And although he might not be the developer that Vitalik is, he's 100 times the businessman Vitalik is. And let's not forget, people are speculating on BNB because Binance was actually in the purchase and acquisition of Twitter. They contributed $500 million to the $44 billion purchase, a little bit more than 1% of Twitter. So they actually might have some plans with Binance, BNB, BSC, and Twitter, and all of that will actually help BNB growth. So because of their business connections and their continued growth of their chain and more further adoption via the world's biggest cryptocurrency exchange, I now think that BNB is the most likely, despite the fact that it's not decentralized, it's fully decentralized, but so right now is ETH pretty much. So that's really not a factor that ETH has going for it, and that's why I believe BNB is the most likely. Plus, it's by far the closest one in market cap. Number 2 and number 3 are kind of exchangeable, and they're both Cardano and Polkadot. I'm going to put Cardano first because it's higher in market cap. Now, it does have the distinction of being perhaps the most decentralized L1 out there. Polkadot, I also believe, is decentralized. Cardano has several thousand nodes, and none of them have more than 1 or 2% power in the network. So it's the most decentralized one of them out there. Vassal has just come. It's going to help with scaling, but I have yet to see too many dApps/DEXs on it. Yes, there are a lot of Cardano NFTs, but every chain can have NFTs, and NFTs are not that popular right now. DeFi on Cardano is still very, very limited. Yes, I'm using MinSwap myself, but Cardano also has the problem of being Haskell-based. Until they get that application layer there where people can actually write in whatever language they want, I think it might be a little bit hard for the dApp explosion, and I don't think we'll see too many dApps launching on the Vassal improvement until maybe January. And that's why Polkadot might actually come above it. The parachains are actually going. Between Polkadot and Kusama, they have 66 parachains. And essentially, people are getting used to calling DOT a layer 0. I don't really put too much stock into that, but Polkadot definitely has a lot of good projects on it. It is, I think, scalable. It is decentralized. And that's why number 2 and 3 between ADA and Polkadot are actually exchangeable. If you're wondering why I didn't put XRP and Solana in there, it's because Solana keeps going down and XRP doesn't actually have smart contracts yet. So can't really put those 2 in there or take them seriously right now for overtaking Ethereum. Number 4 would actually be Atom and Cosmos. I would put FTT in there if they actually had a blockchain, but I believe they don't really have a blockchain yet, at least not one that I'm aware of that's really big. So I do actually put Atom as number 4. Cosmos is going to be interoperability, blockchain of blockchains. Their new tokenomics on their white paper looks really, really good. Their new staking looks really, really good. And I do believe interoperability is going to be really huge in the next bull run. So Atom could find its way up. And number 5, I'm going to say is HBAR. Now, HBAR is further down. That's why it's number 5 on this list. It isn't decentralized. It is operated by 39 pre-selected node operators. But surprisingly, that's actually more decentralized than Ethereum, which basically is controlled by 4 or 5 major pools. Lido itself controls 33% of Ethereum, followed by Binance, Kraken, Coinbase, and others. So HBAR, despite it being centralized, is still more decentralized than Ethereum right now. They have to get 39 validators to agree, whereas for Ethereum, you need 5. So essentially, HBAR is there. It has the scaling. It has security. but it does not have the community or development team, and that is going to be a problem for HBAR. Now, they need to develop that, they need to do some marketing, and a lot of fans are like, our utility will pump us up. Our industrial utility and partnerships. No, that's not going to pump you up, man. Like, that's not going to pump up any coin. I used to believe that for like VeChain and a couple of others, but I have now realized that it really all depends on your developer community, how many dApps you have, and how much DeFi you have. And HBAR is definitely behind in that regard, but they can catch up because they have the technical capability to actually catch up. They can handle a lot of transactions. Their network, as far as I see, runs pretty smooth, and I think they have very good technology, but they are quite a bit behind the other chains in terms of ecosystem. But that's not to say they can't come back up. So those are my top 5 most likely. Once again, they are BNB, ADA, Polkadot, Cosmos, and HBAR. So I think those are the 5 most likely to flip in Ethereum in that order. So let me know what you think. Like and subscribe. Hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.